Hello friends, I am Vidhyadhar Pande, automotive designer. I am a graduate of NID Ahmedabad and I am running my own design studio, automotive design studio from Indore.
Hello and welcome to this podcast where we bring to you the recipients of the Golden Ratio Awards. The Golden Ratio is a mathematical principle which is the epitome of perfection.
Yeah.
So taking that forward, we are celebrating the design houses, their founders, designers who have contributed immensely to the field of design. So I'm your host, Dr. Pramil Pande, and it's my privilege to welcome you to this podcast.
Yeah.
And this
It's
is
my privilege also to that you have invited me here. It's my privilege that I am sitting in front of you and I'm ready to
that is
grilled by you.
that is so humbling. No grilling. So this is Mr. Vidhyadhar Pande from Abhikalp Design Studio, Indore. Abhikalp?
Abhikalp means design. In Hindi, Abhikalp means design.
That is so wonderful, So here, Abhikalp Design Studio in the Indore offers comprehensive design services in product design, brand identity and communication. Known for its holistic and sustainable approach.
We are totally into automotive.
Is that so?
Heavily into automotive.
Okay.
We do complete vehicle design from sketch to manufacturing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so is there any specific kind of automotives that you do, or do you cover all mobility?
See, basically we work from two-wheeler to high-end trucks and buses.
Right.
So total spectrum we work on. And why we work on, you can ask me why we work on in automotive only. So it's a long story, but I've been brought up in a semi-rural environment. Never been into cities till my middle schooling. So my father being a veterinary doctor, we lived in all veterinary campuses. So during Dashera times, we used to make tequilas out of mud, and this is how the whole thing started. And then I shifted to making car models. Okay, so my 7th standard, 8th standard, I used to make car models, and this is how I developed passion for design. That was my dream that someday I'll make a car.
Wow.
Okay, so this is how the whole thing started. But way back in 1980s, early 80s, and see, there were only two streams. Either you do medical or you do engineering.
True.
So for me, the natural choice was mechanical engineering. So since I was inclined towards automotive, so I had taken mechanical engineering. So in my final year of engineering, I came to know about the master's course in NID on design. So then I applied here for master's course and luckily got into NID. So NID, see, in those days there was nothing called automotive design. It was only industrial design, product design. So I pursued that and taken all the required skill sets and everything to become a designer. And that has given me confidence to start my own. Because typically coming from a middle class family, all the aspirations I have, parents' aspirations also to get a good job in a good company. So the confidence which I got through the learning of NID, a design education which has given me the confidence that yes, I can also do something of my own. We had a teacher, Mr. Vyasa, design management. So I learned design management from him, and that has given me a very good confidence. Yes, I can also start my own company, and this is how I started. My passion for automobile, then learning of NID, confidence gaining from NID. This is how I started this design studio way back in 1994.
How wonderful! How wonderful! And I love the way you integrate your rural background and the learnings from there and take it forward. Like through your design journey.
So it's a total passion driven.
So that would be a key quality, I guess.
Yes. So you have to pursue your passion.
Right.
So when I was my 9th standard, I made a car model. I still preserve that model with me because that was my dream. And I pursued my dream for 35 years. And finally, last year, the first car which I designed got homologated, ready for production.
Heartiest congratulations.
Yes.
That calls for another award. That is absolutely wonderful.
So it's a persistence in pursuing your dream. That is in passion.
Yeah. Pursuing your dream passionately. Yeah. I agree totally.
Yes.
So tell me, so in your case, you would have begun your journey, your design journey, without all the intervention tools and so-called technology disruptors that we hear about nowadays. But
it was basically getting the skill set prevalent those days and then upgrading yourself to the relevant technologies. See, we used to do renderings through hand, watercolor and pastel color, this and that. Had I continued doing the same thing, I wouldn't have progressed. So you have to keep on inculcating what is happening, the latest.
so you would think that it's an advantage, right? It's a huge advantage. These are tools that are enabling you to only refine your own work. Yeah.
As a designer, your mind is there. The rest, everything is the tool. The first bus I designed as my final year project for NID, that was electric bus in 1993 for BHEL Bhopal. It took me 9 months because everything was manually done. The renderings were manually done. All the drawings, means complete bus drawing means from structure, paneling, everything done by hand on big drafters. Now the same 9 month time has been compressed now to 2.5 months to 3 months because of the technological interventions. So I always ready and welcoming new technologies.
Yes.
You learn a lot, and you try to maximize your potential and productive time.
True. In your case, it seems to have been a boon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're known as the busman?
Yes, because most of the buses you will see in India has come from Abhikal.
Wonderful. So who coined that term for you?
My teacher Ravi Mukashim Punekar.
Oh, is that so? It seems to be very apt and appropriate, right?
Because actually my first project, my NID project got me into this line. For your information, the design which I did in 1993 for BHEL electric buses, that design still is running at Taj Corridor in Agra. Because in Taj Corridor, you cannot take IC engine bus or vehicles. So only electric buses run there, and that design is still running today also.
It must be giving you such a sense of pride and achievement, right?
And today when I drive down the road, any road, I see so many vehicles done by us running.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing happened, first time I went to Dubai. And when aircraft was coming down, when we started seeing the road, the first vehicle I seen was my bus. The Tata 6 HD Comfort bus. I was so glad.
You must have been thrilled, yes.
Yeah. So that the first vehicle I seen was my design.
That is wonderful. I mean, like, to have that kind of body of work, not only visible on our streets, but globally.
Yes.
So, yes, a great sense of achievement. So, of course, in your case, I would think that technology has proved to be a boon, and you don't seem to find it as a disruptor, right?
It is a enhancer.
Yeah, it's an enhancer. But tell me something, like, okay, especially this is relevant to India. We also have a lot of traditional knowledge systems and things. So do you see that finding a space in the future of design, or do you think, because we do have instances and we have examples where master craftsmen or their children, they don't want to continue with their practices. And but do you foresee a future for them, or do you think they'll all subsequently die a natural death?
See, why this has happened? Let's go back to our history. Because our traditional knowledge was killed by Britishers. Well, let me be very frank. Okay. Our temples were the epitome of arts, knowledge, and we had a total system. So that has been disrupted. Now we have to reinvent that.
Yeah, we have to revisit it and
Revisit it. And definitely, see, it is in our core. And today what is happening? So somebody was rightly saying we are still following Western philosophy. Why? We have our own thinking, we have our own philosophy. We only need to revisit it, inculcate our old thought process, old systems, and new thinking, new technology. Why a craftsman who can really create a masterpiece, why it cannot be replicated with a newer technology and sold throughout the world? Yes, constantly.
yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it,
You look from that perspective.
Yeah, a blending of both.
Blending of both. See, today you cannot say that I'll isolatedly do this thing only. See, had I said this to me also, ki no, I'll do my rendering this way only with hand drafting only. So I had to blend the new technology to my thinking. I was not a great artist. I was not a great sketcher, but I was a visualizer of the form. So I used the technology to bring my thought process on the paper.
Right. It helped you in ideating. Yeah.
So technology helped me. So similarly, it will definitely help a master craftsman also, and he can earn in millions.
True. That's a wonderful prism through which to look at it. Because people usually view it from a lens of this or this,
No.
and they don't even consider integrating both together and using the advantages of both. So, this viewpoint is very interesting, actually. And when you now
See,
because I know that you're also
was in the Western thinking, they think from a very monolithic point of view, because their society is very, very monolithic. Ours is a very diversified society. So our thinking process is also very diversified, and that is a very great advantage we have. Our craftsmen, our people can think very differently, not in a very linear patterns. So it's a great advantage we have, and we have to explore it.
Yeah. So, given that, in educational institutions, we provide opportunities of traditional learning systems as well as high-tech AI intervention. So, for the new generation, what would your advice be to them? Because they seem to be conflicted, like they like to view things from an either this or either that. And at the moment, they're trying to monetize everything. And so what would your advice be? I mean, like, given that you navigate
Monetizing is not a bad idea, first of all. Okay. You are pursuing your passion. I'll combine a lot of things together here. So, as a design person, you are pursuing your passion. I always say design means that D is desire, dream. I is the E is for eagerness. If you have a dream, you need to have eagerness to pursue your dream. Okay. S stands for skill set. You have a desire, you have a dream, you have eagerness to pursue your dream. You need to acquire your proper skill set. Okay, so DES. Then comes I. I is the, once you acquire these three things, then you start your thinking process changes. You start thinking differently, innovatively. Okay, so DESI. Then comes G. Now G is, I always say, is a gratitude, humbleness. If you do 4 steps very gratitudely, humbly, thinking that these qualities have been imparted to you, which is not imparted to everybody, and you accept gratefully, gratitudely, yes, that will help you a lot. That will change your perspective towards design also and towards overall society. Today we are talking about circular economy and circular design and actual. So these are the steps which helps you to garner such things. And once you are humble, then comes N, newness. You break away from the existing molds. You think differently. So this is my perspective of design.
But that's wonderful. So design to be also used as an acronym for all these qualities that one should look at.
Yes. So this is my philosophy. What design means. This is what I tell everybody. Now you, in today's context, AI is there. All the technologies are there. Everybody is saying that I am a product designer. You can use a modern tool and you say, okay, I am a product designer. But where is design? Now, this design is only with certain people, and that this has to be enhanced. And if you couple it with the new technologies, you will be the greatest person. You cannot be defeated. But design is a must. DESIGN is a must.
And all the qualities that come with it.
Yeah. So, you decipher design and you acquire that thing, couple it with the newer, whatever is the present and the newest technology, you will always be a winner. Winner? Of course, money will also come. Otherwise, you will be doing, it's a DTP job. Product design will become a DTP job. Somebody sitting with a computer, use AI, make some design, design is ready on a platter. So, that should not be the case with a design student. So, this is what I always tell students, that you decipher design, apply the latest techniques, because when you do DESIGN, there is emotion in it. There is a lot of thinking, sensitiveness in it, and that will definitely lead you to a total new product. So for product design student, there is nothing called disruptive technology. It is always a inculcative technology, but you have to be very, very religious to design. That's why I say our olden thought process, everything has been linked to religion. Why? Because then you do it religiously. You follow the step, you follow the system, and definitely it is going to give you fantastic results.
Yeah, that's a fabulous way to look at it, because the master craftsmen, when you engage with them, they always speak of spirituality in their work, you know?
See, your passion is nothing but spirituality. And you are doing it very religiously. If you don't do it religiously, your results won't be there. So the younger generation, they always question what is religion, what is spirituality. So we have to bring all our old thought processes to bring into the new system, and that will guide people.
That will help to guide them. This sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for your insights. This is so
for listening to all my craft.
No, not at all. it was such a revelation, and it's always wonderful speaking to people from the industry.
Because some people may...
And the passionate ones especially, like who have been passionately driving the innovations in their field.
No, we had a lot of bad times. First time entrepreneur, lot of bad times, but your passion keeps you going.
Yeah. So what would you say would have been, was there any moment during your design journey where you felt that, okay, maybe enough, now I can't take this further? Did you experience any sign?
Through very tough time, very bad times. I lost heavily in COVID.
Yeah, that was
as an entrepreneur, as a service provider, we had no jobs.
Yeah.
And our ongoing projects were also stalled. There was a huge team sitting.
And you don't know for how long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lost all my earnings. A lot of losses.
Yeah.
But passion was driving you.
Yes.
Or all the...
Your passion is driving you, huh? Yeah. So that's wonderful. So all the very best, and may you succeed in all your future endeavors. Wherever you go, may you always come across your buses that you have been designing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I hope that, there are a lot of buses designed by us in Ahmedabad also. So have a ride it.
I hope so. Yes.
Take a ride.
I will.
In BRTS also our buses are there.
Is that so? Yes, I think I should seek them out now.
Okay.
Shall do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So privilege talking to you. It was wonderful.
Such a delight. Yes, such a delight to have met you. Yes.